Hello, amazing ladies. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mireille Thériault. I go by Mireille Nicole in my coaching practice. I'm a relationship coach for women who are either going through divorce or maybe they're married but feeling unfulfilled or in a relationship, but they're worried about losing their dream man, or even if you're single and you're just looking for your happily ever after relationship. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The basic principles of love are the same regardless of your relationship status. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons not to put your love life on hold. Okay, so why you should start prioritizing love now. I see a lot of women who are really focused on doing the healing work and putting their love life aside in the meantime, or maybe they're entrepreneurs and they're really focused on achieving a business goal, or maybe your situation just isn't bad enough at the moment. And I was guilty of this myself in the past. I only took action when my relationship with my dream man was getting really bad, and I don't want that for you. Now, I'm not suggesting that you bypass the healing work or you put your business goals aside for a man, but I want to open your eyes to a different way of thinking about love and show you how you can integrate it into your life right now, no matter what your external circumstances are. I am so excited for this topic. I hope you are too. If you are, let me know in the comments, say hi to me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure to do so. All right, let's just dive in. 3 reasons to prioritize love now. The first reason to prioritize your love life is that there's never going to be a perfect time. There's always going to be work that you can do on yourself first, and that will never go away. There's always going to be another level of healing. There's always going to be another business goal to achieve. And also there's always work to do now when it comes to your love life. All right. So achieving the other goals first isn't going to change that fact. Your love life is a journey that takes intention, and to get the results faster, that also follows a process. And the best way to do this, actually, and the fastest way to get there, is to integrate it with what's going on in your life right now. The more you put off your love life, the more you miss out on your dream man and your happily ever after too. So, right, why wait? You can have it all now. We're on earth for a limited time. I don't want to sound doom and gloom, right? And love's not a sacrifice that you need to make anyways. So I'm not saying you don't heal, but I am saying that you can take deliberate action now. And you want to make sure your healing efforts also translate to love. Healing, inner work, personal development are the broadest concepts in the world. When I hear women say that to me, I often wonder right away, okay, do they know what that means in terms of tangible actions and in terms of what that means when it comes to your love life? Is the work that you're doing going to help in love? What guarantees that this healing work that you're doing and this whole giving yourself more time is actually going to get what you desire in love at the end of the day? So I want to share a personal example with you, not related to love, but just to illustrate what I'm saying here. So I think it was maybe 2007, 2008, I suffered a knee injury, so a really bad knee injury. I was on the ultimate Frisbee team, and we were playing against a really good other team, and we were actually losing. And our team was really focused and dedicated to making a comeback. And we needed this one other goal to take the lead. And I was the closest one to catching the disc, but I could see in the distance that it was going out of bounds. So I started running. And in order for me to catch this Frisbee out of bounds and for it to still be a goal, I still had to have my foot in the goal area or whatever it's called, right? So I had my foot planted firmly in the ground, and then the top of my body is reaching for that Frisbee, and I catch it. But as I catch it, and sorry, this might sound really gross, so I don't mean to gross you out, I could hear my knee disconnecting. So all that to say, anyways, I'll fast forward. You don't need the details of that. So I ended up tearing the ACL ligament in my knee. And this was my first big injury. I had always been very athletic my whole life, never sustained any big injuries. And it was actually my worst nightmare to ever injure my knee. I thought that was like the end of everything. So when I injured my knee, I was really focused and dedicated to healing this injury so that I could go back to playing sports. So what I did is I stopped doing everything. I stopped doing pretty much everything just to let my knee rest and to heal. And I didn't want to put any pressure on it, even though the doctor had said, hey, you can keep working out. Some people still jog before they get surgery. So I needed surgery. So I had decided until I get it fixed, until it's healed, I'm not going to do anything. And you know what happened, ladies? my leg, the muscle in my thigh, in my hamstring started to atrophy. So as soon as I got my knee surgery and I had healed that injury in a sense, right? When I started to exercise again and started trying to recover and recuperate and go back to my sports, my leg had atrophied so much from not doing anything, from waiting for it to heal, that I was so far behind in terms of my recovery, right? So I want you to think about that analogy when it comes to your love life and healing, right? So the more you just wait, put it to the side, put it on the back burner, and you're not working through your healing, right? You're going to atrophy, for lack of a better word, right? If you want to make a direct comparison to my injury. So that is something that really stuck with me. And I hope it illustrates this point. So there's never going to be a perfect time. And you might as well start doing the work right now so that when you can fully commit to it, you're strong enough, right? And you're in great shape, to use that sports analogy, right? To actually get your happily ever after relationship. The second reason to start prioritizing your love life now is that the universe knows when to deliver. Now, I hate to sound all woo-woo about this, as if it's not up to you to decide when your dream man falls on your lap, but in a way it's not, right? It's in a way, it's not something that you need to worry about so much or to force to happen, okay? So either when this dream man comes into your life, or even it's not necessary for you to worry so much about when your current relationship is going to turn a corner for the better, right? Now, I'm not saying this is about sitting back and not taking any action at all. Remember the example I just gave about my knee. However, the universe is going to know better than you. It knows when to deliver. And again, I don't mean this in a disempowering way. Let me back up here. And it's obviously you that's going to decide when you're ready for it and when you want to make your love life better or do the work. But when it comes to the result, it's not necessarily your job to start messing around with the timing of it all. Okay. Your focus is really on taking the actions and removing the timeline and not getting too messed up by it, right? And then that's when you kind of start seeing that things happen faster than you expected them to be. All right. So to give you guys another example, just think about it. Okay. For those of you, my women here who are in corporate jobs, maybe you wouldn't just say, okay, I want a promotion tomorrow. Okay. No, like if you desire a promotion at work, you do the work to get that promotion and then it happens. Okay. So of course it could happen tomorrow. It could happen tomorrow. Possibilities are endless, or it can happen later, but you don't say, I'm not going to prioritize getting a promotion right now at work because I need to heal my ego because of, a meeting I had with some coworkers a while back. You're going to do the work to get your promotion, and then you're going to get that promotion, and then you're going to notice, man, my bruised ego is feeling a lot better all of a sudden. Okay, think about that. It's the healing through the actions. You don't worry about the timing. You don't worry about the action. You worry about the action, sorry, and you worry about who you are being. All right. It's the same thing in love. So you don't need to control when it comes into your life. You don't need to say, okay, I'm putting it off until a certain date or a certain milestone. That is not your concern. That does not need to be your focus. Okay. Because even when you're doing that, okay, keep that in mind. Even when you're saying, okay, I'm not going to focus on that right now. I'm going to do this thing first, or I'm going to wait, to be super successful or to make all this money in my business to start working on my love life or focusing on my love life. Even that is control, right? Because you are, even when you're ignoring it, you're putting it aside, you're stopping something from happening. Plus, know that controlling is very masculine energy. As soon as you're in your masculine energy, you start repelling your perfect man or even your current husband or man or partner, right? Or you start shifting the energy balance in the relationship, and then the magnetism is gone, right? You've shifted too far in the masculine. The man is being pushed into his feminine, and it gets uncomfortable because it's not the way that it's designed to be. Or if the man stays in his masculine and if he manages to stay in that energy of his, he's going to be out there looking for his feminine match. All right. He's going to be looking for that opposing force that draws him in. And then what happens is the other woman gets blamed and the word mistress gets a bad rap, when in fact, she's just operating from a magnetic place whether she's doing it consciously or subconsciously. And side note, you want to make sure you're doing it consciously. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about when I introduce this term mistress, because I know it can trigger people and it's kind of a bad label to have, scroll through my feed and see my post where I talk about the mistress. The third reason to prioritize your love life now is that what's going on in your love life shows up elsewhere in your life. So if you're struggling in love, there's a high probability that this is going to be reflected, for example, in your business, as a mom, in your work life, etc. Right? I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and just to go back to the business example, I see a lot of entrepreneurs or high achieving women, again, right, in corporate jobs, where they're finding the validation that they're looking for in their work, right? Because it's missing in their love lives. They aren't applying these concepts. And then what happens is that they fall further into their masculine energy again, right? Seeking that validation, doing those things, problem solving, achieving goals, fixing things, right? And it just pushes the man further away, whether again, it's the dream man they're looking for or their current partner. So life is about balance, not about making everything perfect, and not even about juggling everything perfectly at the same time. So I know a lot of people don't like the word balance, so I always hesitate to use it because they say it's impossible. It is impossible to achieve perfect balance, but I say it's still about balance, but not being balanced at all times, if that makes any sense. So there's no achieving balance per se. There's no ultimate, goal for that, or an ending to that, I should say. However, the thing with balance is that when something is off, it can show you, right, what area that you can focus on to make things better. So if you're putting your business, for example, way up here and your love life is way down there, look at this lack of a balance here. So I'm not saying everything has to be perfect here, but that's your cue that you're going to feel a whole lot better when things are a bit closer to one another, right? Because otherwise, when you're like this, you feel it. You feel that you're off kilter. There's something off in your life in general. And the other thing, if you start thinking that balance doesn't exist, then you fall into the trap of saying, oh, well, there's no point in even trying to, bring things a bit closer to the same level because you think it's impossible. And that's where I see women compartmentalizing different areas of their life because they don't believe that it's possible to achieve balance, or that balance is hard, or it's going to mean twice the work or triple the work. And I totally get it, right? Because especially if you're like me and you're a mom on top of that, so you've got your love life, your mom life, your business life, and trying to juggle all of that can seem super daunting. So I guess the word I could use here instead of balance is integration. It's not about juggling everything. It's about making everything fit seamlessly and effortlessly together. And this is totally possible. You're no longer compartmentalizing things, you're integrating things so that there's a synergy happening after. Because what's happening again in your love life or in your business life, some of these wonderful things can be used, right, in the different areas. They got to be used properly and not for the reverse purpose, because that's when you get in trouble. But there's a lot of synergy to have when you're working on these areas simultaneously. When you can raise your love life a little bit, you're going to feel more confident in your business, right? For example, or the reverse is true too, right? If things aren't going very well in your love life, that can impact, for example, this is just an example, right? Your confidence or attracting clients in your business. So these are the 3 reasons to start prioritizing your love life now. If you're looking for more support on this, or if you have any questions, you like to dig in your own personal situation a lot deeper, make sure to reach out to me. This is how I help women through my happily ever after relationship method. So make sure to reach out to me either in the DMs. I hope this was absolutely eye-opening and fascinating for you. Let me know what you think in the comments if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you ladies next time.